Hey y'all. Okay, so today's project was to clean an office chair, an old office chair, because the stay-at-home order and working from home, I really needed a chair that didn't hurt when I sat on it, because the one that I had was rock hard and couldn't handle it anymore. So I ended up grabbing one, used one, and needed to clean it because the whole COVID thing, and plus it did have a bunch of stains on it. So I used my DIY disinfectant, which definitely disinfected it, but also I have a feeling that it actually took out a good portion of the stain. If you're familiar with 3M strips, they require you to put rubbing alcohol on the surface in order to actually stick to the surface well. And it does clean things exceptionally well. And then I used the Method all-purpose cleaner. So let's see how it went. And here we go, off to the races. I accidentally had started spraying it before showing you guys the before shot of how badly stained the seat of this thing was. Really, really badly stained. I really wish I wouldn't have wet it with the spray before actually doing the filming of the before. But you live and learn, you live and learn. This is my very first Clean With Me video, so hey, what can I say? I'm not perfect. So this was like super, super crazy dirty. So anyways, this is the Method cleaner that I used. It's the all-purpose cleaner, and it was grapefruit scent, which FYI is amazing. They had it on Amazon, but it's been out of stock for quite some time. So unfortunately, I would link it, but if I link it, it ain't gonna be there. Just an FYI. So anyways, I don't know why I filmed that twice. I filmed it twice. Anyhow, let's get back in action here. So I'm using the Method cleaner. I used that first, but then I used that's actually an old dish scrubber. You get those small dish scrubbers from the store that are good for scrubbing dishes. So I use an old one for when I have to do like furniture cleaning, which I'll be doing my couch next. But I do have a shampooer that I would have used or should have used. Decided not to because too lazy to go downstairs in the basement and lug it all the way upstairs because it weighs a ton, and didn't want to have to clean it. So then I used the disinfectant spray. I used too much soap, as you can see. That was my daughter, if you were wondering. My hairdresser daughter that still lives at home. So I put too much soap on it, and I was having a really hard time getting all the soap out. I used a little bit more of the disinfectant because I noticed that it actually removed the stains really well, even almost immediately for some of the stains. But the Method cleaner was actually getting all the surface dirt off really well. So I think the combination of both of them actually are working really well for this kind of a thing. And there's the mini vacuum, my daughter's Armor All car vacuum. It's a wet and dry vac. So I used that instead of the shampoo, or I really should have used. But it actually pulled up a lot of the soap that was left in the material. Thank goodness, because I had overdid it with the spray, obviously. That's just me untangling the hose. Anyhow, so I ended up using a different attachment for the seat part. That attachment works a lot better on a larger surface, as long as it's not too rounded, because on the rounded sections it doesn't work so well. Anyhow, so this took me quite some time to actually clean this chair. Just the seat alone took me like 40 minutes. So we're going to cut out right now, just so we can skip to the better part, because you don't want to sit here this long to watch me shampoo a chair. So give me a minute, and we're going to pause it, and then switch to the good stuff. Oh, slow your roll, here we go. Okay, depending on who's watching this, it may not be the good stuff, but this is the top half of the chair. I actually ended up shampooing this part too. Well, not shampooing, but you know what I mean, cleaning the top part too. I didn't actually film all of it, wrong camera angle, so unfortunately you missed a good portion of that. Anyhow, so I found the top really, really hard to clean just because I think there was less fiber and I couldn't get the chair to sit still because it is a swivel chair with wheels. So it was a little bit harder to actually get the top as clean as I wanted it to. Probably would have been good is if I had somebody hold the chair while I was actually cleaning it. But of course, even though I had a house full of family, they don't like cleaning. So anyway, this is me. There's a spot on the back of the chair, which I don't know if you saw or not in that little clip there. But there is another one down at the bottom, which you just saw me scrub, and right there. It looked like chocolate, I want to say. I'm not 100% sure if that's what it was, because it's not like I was about to lick it. But either way, I think it was chocolate. But I figured, let's see if the method cleaner get off. And one little scrub. And it literally came right off, which is great. Because who knows how long that chocolate was sitting there, to be honest. See what I mean? Look how fantastic it is. Just something so satisfying about having something clean. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know if you all are the same way, but I love something clean. It'd be good. And this is just me showing you the sides. The back, actually, of the chair was actually really good. Now, this is the next day. That was this morning that I was actually doing this filming. And there was bits and pieces that were still showing some stain. But overall, it actually got super, super clean in comparison to what it was. I wish I would have taken a little bit more of a slower before and after. But unfortunately, I didn't do that. So... And I'm learning, folks. I'm learning. See how much cleaner that seat is? Although you can see this line and stain here, which I'll point out right there. There's this small stain. It almost looks like, like a coffee stain. And there's another spot here on the seat as well. Little tiny purple spot there that I was unable to actually get completely out. But all in all, I think it turned out a pretty good project. Definitely would highly recommend checking out my YouTube video on the homemade DIY disinfectant because it worked really well with cleaning, removing the stains. The method cleaner, I tell you, the method all-purpose cleaner is really good for grease. Hey y'all, okay, so it went pretty well. There was a section of it that I actually didn't show you, but I did wipe down the base of the chair as well. Now, it's quite a bit cleaner than I thought it would come. Not sure if that was the method cleaner or the disinfectant or a combination of both. And then using the little tiny shop vac my daughter had seemed to work out pretty well. I am going to have to wait for it to dry to show you all the finished product. So this might be a little late going up tomorrow, since I'm going to have to film that part probably tomorrow because the chair is really wet and it's right now. It's Wednesday, so a little bit delayed, but we're all good. I'll still get it posted tomorrow. See y'all later. Thanks again for watching, and I hope I inspired you to do a little bit of cleaning.